We've got a bunch of new images from Season 2 that reveal dinosaurs, characters, and a whole lot more about the upcoming new season of Jurassic World's animated adventure, Chaos Theory. The show comes out next week on Netflix, dropping on October 17th. We've had the full trailer, which told us a whole lot more about the story, and now we get quite a large number of new images from the season, 20 in fact. So let's waste no time. Welcome back to Jurassic Outpost. Let's get into it. Starting off with this wonderful shot of a herd of stegosaurs, obviously getting reminded here of the Lost World from this image. We've got the new character stood there, watching this graceful herd. One of the stegosaurs appears to be bellowing, either at the new character or at something else, but this image shows these dinosaurs in a familiar location to us, a jungle, and it does seem to be quite a peaceful scene. Let's talk about that new character for a second. Her name is Zaina, and she's pictured here touching and perhaps even communicating with a Gallimimus. This Gallimimus is sporting a new color scheme, dark with orange splotches this time, and doesn't appear to be stressed or agitated in this image, at least from what I can tell. In fact, it would appear as though these two kind of know each other. I have to say, the animation seems to improve with each season of this show. Going back all the way to Camp Cretaceous, the lighting, the shading, the animation as a whole improved with each season, and that does appear to also be the case with Season 2. I mean, just look at the detail on this dinosaur. Another image now, this one also shows Zaina, Aminata, who we believe is her mother, and characters you will of course recognize, Kenji, Yasmina, and Sammy in the foreground there. The group, along with that Gallimimus, appear to be packing bulgur baskets with some sort of food. There's also a cooler that Zaina's mother is holding. This scene appears to be a relatively calm one also. Everybody appears pretty relaxed. Okay, let's switch things up a bit. Next up, we have our first look at Brooklyn. She's here with her new shorter haircut and is pulling a fire alarm in a dark tunnel. Where could she be? It's great to learn that from this image at least, Brooklyn is indeed going to have a larger role than she did in Season 1. Remember to leave your thoughts in the comments about where you think Brooklyn is. Next up, some dinosaurs. You will recognize these two dinosaurs as the Monolophosaurs from Camp Cretaceous. I'm not sure if these are the exact ones that we saw in that show from Isla Nublar, but either way, they're fighting a bit like the raptors from Jurassic Park, snapping at each other. One is grey in color and the other green. You'll also notice what appears to be a collar around their necks. Are these two dinosaurs in captivity, like we saw at King Dino's prehistoric playground? We also appear to be inside the farm type location that the group are seen looking at in the trailer, and this is where the next image takes us to. We've got a closer look at Darius, Kenji, Ben, Zaina, Yasmina, and Sammy overlooking this farm next to the radio tower. It's great to see the Nublar 5 plus the new character here in such great detail. Even looking at the sky, it all just looks fantastic. We're jumping around a bit now. We are on the river in those two boats. Yaz, Kenji, and Ben operate one, while Darius, Sammy, and Zaina are in the other. Both of the boats appear to be moving quite fast, and the looks on their faces indicate that they're trying to get away from something. What do you think is in the water? In the trailer, we saw the Brachiosaurus make a triumphant return out in the wild at whatever this new location is, and we get a nice clear look at this species high up in the trees here, the boats with the characters down below in the river. The Brachiosaurus was the first dinosaur that we saw in full in the very first Jurassic Park movie, so it has become a bit of an icon when it comes to this franchise, and seeing it in all of its glory out in the wild is nothing but a good thing, especially considering what happened in Fallen Kingdom. The next image takes us back to Brooklyn. We see her inside what appears to be a control room of sorts, similar if not the same location that we saw her in before where she was pulling the fire alarm. She's got a very determined look on her face and has used what might be a shoelace to tie her arms to one of the controls. Where do you think Brooklyn is here, and what do you think she's doing? If we look closely at her necklace, we can see a dinosaur on it, at least the outline of one. What species do you think this is, and why do you think she's wearing this? In the next image, we get a better look at Sammy and Yasmina, the couple who bonded at Camp Cretaceous and have stayed together ever since. We appear to be back on the ship here, inside a container where the campers are no doubt hiding out. It's raining outside, but the demeanor of these two appears to be pretty calm and collected. They're both smiling and appear pretty happy here. Now we get to see the Suchomimus in all of its glory. This terrifying looking creature with its sharp teeth, long snout, and colorful patterning was seen in the very first tease of the new season and is in the jungle roaring at what is most likely, I'm going to assume, is the ex-campers. I know this dinosaur is a bit of a fan favorite for some of you, so now you get a nice close, highly detailed look at this beast. I wonder how this dinosaur will play into the new season and how much screen time it will actually get. The next image shows us this same dinosaur, but this time at night, roaring at Kenji, Ben, Zaina, and Darius. Nighttime certainly brings an extra level of danger to proceedings, and this dinosaur seems angry. Naturally, the group appear terrified, and they also seem to have been caught off guard. At least that's kind of what it looks like to me. Next up, another dinosaur now, this one an Atrociraptor stalking down a tunnel. Could this be the same location that we saw Brooklyn in earlier pulling the fire alarm? This Atrociraptor, at least from what we can work out, is red. The Atrociraptor first introduced in Dominion and not seen in Chaos Theory's first season. What could this mean? Well, it means we will get to see the Red Raptor in season 2, and clearly it's going to be quite a threat. Will we see the handler, or has Red got an entirely different handler to the robot lady that was handling the other 3 Atrociraptors? Whatever the case, the 4 Atrociraptors end up with Soyona Santos in Dominion and wreak havoc in Malta. Another dinosaur shot now, this time the Majungasaurus. We saw this dinosaur in the trailer causing chaos aboard the ship, and in this new photo we see Darius and what appears to be the boat's captain or a crewman hiding behind a container while this spooky looking creature looks in their general direction. Nighttime and rain, as previously mentioned, are excellent Jurassic Park elements, ensuring that whatever is happening in this scene is going to be quite thrilling. The Majunga's green eyes are glowing, and the amount of teeth in its mouth make it look like a true monster. We are on to the last 5 or so images now, and we get a better look at Sammy and Yasmina and a new character, Zaina's mother, Aminata, who we saw in a previous shot. She is holding her arms up in front of Sammy and Yaz, keeping them back from whatever the trio are looking at. And whatever that is, it doesn't appear to be a good thing. There's quite a look of concern on these 3's faces. Now we get another shot. This one is from the trailer, you'll recognize it. Ben and Kenji looking down into whatever this might be at that farm location. What do you think this leads to? Back to Brooklyn, we get a real clear shot of Brooklyn throwing the Nublar 6 photo into the fire, something she did at the end of the trailer. A look of remorse is on her face. I don't personally think she wants to do this, but must feel like she has to. The next photo shows us Yasmina hugging Kenji from behind, and now another shot of Brooklyn, this time behind the wheel of a vehicle. Where could she be here? She doesn't look scared, almost a hopeful look is on her face. These images are in such a high resolution that we really get to see how detailed this season is going to be. Again, another shout out to the animators, to the people behind this show, because it just seems to improve with every season, and even the detail on Brooklyn's skin is something to be impressed by. And now the final shot from this stack of new images, Brooklyn looking, again, not scared here, standing at the door of a plane, looking down at whatever is below. A lot of implications for what this could mean, but I wonder whose plane this is. Why is Brooklyn on it? Is this tied to Daniel Kahn and the partnership that the two entered into at the end of the first season? Remember to put your speculations in the comments. Huge thank you to DreamWorks for these images and for showing us more of Season 2. So what do you think of these new images? These new ones join the previously released screenshots that showed the Nublar 5 on the boat, Darius and the Majungasaurus, Darius and the Gallimimus, which are both moments from the trailer, and the Suchomimus surrounded by a herd of stegosaurs. This new season of Chaos Theory is looking to be a great one, filled with dinosaurs, new characters, and a whole new adventure. And we'll learn much more about it when the season hits on October 17th. Let me know in the comments which of these new images was your favorite and what you think might be going on in them. Thank you so much for watching this video. Head to our channel for more Chaos Theory and Jurassic World videos.